Here's a humorous story that it's short on the text over here. It has to do with security, uh, but it can be embellished and it would be a great campfire drinking story. Key fob. A bouncer I worked with also had a second job a county away at a place in Pensacola that had closed down since we worked there. Um, a couple of high name, big name rappers were coming in. They needed extra bodies. I was one of the ones considered and got, $100 at the end of the night, whatever. Well, I was one of the door guys, and while we were helping to clean up, there's police on site. They're paid to be there privately, um, on the clock, but only for there. If something goes on somewhere else, unless it's a mass casualty incident, they can't leave. They're only on the clock for us, or this establishment. And there's marijuana and all over in the air. You can smell it. A pungent odor, as we had to call it, because we can't tell that it's marijuana because we don't have the test in court. We get busted for being inaccurate. So this woman comes out. The whole place smells like pot, and she's telling us and the police that someone keeps messing with her car. And we go to her car, and she's a little drunk, and we don't know what she means. She's a little incoherent, and she says, "Someone, someone took my keys, and they keep unlocking my vehicle as I get close to it and locking it." And that's horrible. But for the next hour and a half, the police didn't do anything, and none of the other security did anything. But there's a dozen people in their own cars smoking out right in front of the cops, um, and she'd get a little hysterical. She'd calm down. She'd run back and forth. She'd sit with her hands in uh, her face in her hands. They'd unlock it. She gets close. Just it looked like some really bad, twisted version of an Abbott and Costello skit. It's probably one of the stories that you need to be there and watch because literally over an hour and a half. Imagine stringing someone along that long. The police didn't help. The police wouldn't do anything. Police said they can't go and knock on the people's personal vehicles and ask them if they've got the keys or anything like that. I don't even know what the resolve was. We went inside to go finish cleaning up and collect our paycheck, and almost everyone was gone after that hour long um, meeting. So it's just, it's funny to look back on. It's funny to think about, and I'm sure it sucks if it happens to you. Like a lot of funny stories are funny later. So there's the key fob story.